To the big beautiful world called planet Earth. So today I was thinking about this because yesterday I was talking to my parents about this, and I realized this that I should talk about this. Now I know not every single person's gonna share the like the nominations that were partaken in this year for the Academy Awards. But there are some that are actually pretty good. And I have seen a few of these films. Now, I haven't seen every single one of these films that got nominated or, the actors that are nominated for these specific categories and things of that nature. Now, the Academy Awards don't happen until March. So we got a couple months before that actually happens. So it's Sunday, March 12th at the Dolby Theater at Ovation Hollywood. Now, the first category I have here is actors in a leading role. I have seen Elvis, which is the first one. Austin Butler plays Elvis. He's the nominee. Colin Farrell in the Banshees of Inisherin. I have not seen that film. Brendan Fraser in The Whale. Paul Mescal in After Sun. And Bill Nye. I don't know how you pronounce his last name. Nighy for Living. I don't know. I'm not saying I'm going to tell you who I think is going to win until we get a little bit closer to the actual event. I'm just telling you who got nominated and what they got nominated for. So we got actor in a supporting role. Nominees are Brendan Gleeson for the Banshees and Inisherin. Brian Tyree Henry for Causeway, Jed Hirsch for The Fabelmans. I have seen that film. Barry Keoghan for The Banshees and Inisherin, and Ki Hugh Kwan for Everything Everywhere All at Once. Actress in a leading role. Nominees are Kate Blanchett for Tar, and Ana de Armas for Blonde. She plays Marilyn Monroe / Norma Jean, because her birth name is Norma Jean. And now I have seen Blonde of these. Actually, I've seen two of these movies. So Andrea Riseborough to Leslie. That's the movie she starred in. Michelle Williams in The Fabelmans. She plays the mom. I have seen that movie. And Michelle Yeoh for Everything Everywhere All at Once. Actress in a supporting role, the nominees are Angela Bassett, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. You got Hong Chow for The Whale. I did see Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Carrie Condon. And I apologize if I butchered any of these names, by the way. For the Banshees of Inisherin, or the titles of these movies. Jamie Lee Curtis for Everything Everywhere All at Once. And Stephanie Sue for Everything Everywhere All at Once. Animated feature film. Nominees are Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. Guillermo del Toro, Mark Gustafsson. I probably butcher that. Gary Unger and Alex Buckley. Or Bulkley. Bulkley? Yeah. Marcel Lachelle with Shoes On. Dean Fletcher Camp. Elizabeth Holm. Andrew Goldman. Carolyn Kaplan and Paul Measy. Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, Joel Crawford and Mark Swift. The Sea Beast, Chris Williams and Jed Schlanger. I probably butchered that, so I apologize on that one. Turning Red by Domi Shi and Lindsay Collins. Cinematography nominees All Quiet on the Western Front, James Friend. Bardo, False Chronicle of a Handful of Truths, Darius Kudonchi. Elvis, Mandy Walker. Empire of Light, Roger Deakins. And Tar, Florian Hofmeister. Costume design, nominees are Babylon, Mary Zofries. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Ruth Carter. Elvis, Catherine Martin. Everything Everywhere All at Once, Shirley Kurata. Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris, Jenny Bevan. Directing, The nominees are The Banshees of Inisherin, Martin Donahue. I'm probably butchering that. Everything Everywhere All at Once, Daniel Kwan and Daniel Schneider. I probably butchered that. The Fableman, Steven Spielberg. Tar, Todd Field. Triangle of Sadness, Ruben Östlund. Director, documentary feature film, All That Breathes, Shinakwe Sen, Amon Mann, and Teddy Leifer. All the Beauty and the Bloodshed, Laura Poitras, Howard Gertler, John Lyons, Don Golden, and Yanni Golajov. Fire of Love, Sarah Dosa, Shane Boris, and Ina Fickman. The House of Splinters, Simon Lorang Wilmot and Monica Hellstrom. Navalny, Daniel Roher, Odyssey Ray, Diane Becker, Melanie Miller, and Shane Boris. Documentary short film, The Elephant. I'm not going to read the names anymore. The Elephant Whisperers, Haul Out, How Do You Measure a Year, The Martha Mitchell Effect, and Stranger at the Gate. Film editing, The Banshees of Inisherin, Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Tar, and Top Gun Maverick. International feature film, All Quiet on the Western Front, Argentina 1985, Close, EO, and The Quiet Girl. Makeup and hairstyling, All Quiet on the Western Front, The Batman, Black Panther Wakanda Forever, Elvis, The Whale. Music original score, All Quiet on the Western Front, Babylon, The Banshees of Inisherin, Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Fablemans, original song, Applause, Hold My Hand, Lift Me Up, Natu, This Is a Life, Best Picture, All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar: The Way of Water, Banshees of Inisherin, Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Fablemans, Tar, Top Gun Maverick, Triangle of Sadness, and Women Talking. Production design, All Quiet on the Western Fronts, Avatar: The Way of Water, Babylon, Elvis, and The Fablemans. Short film animated, The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse. The Flying Sailor. Ice Merchants, the D Word, which I'm not going to say here. An Ostrich Told Me the World is Fake, and I Believe It. Short film live action, An Irish Goodbye. Evolue, Le Pouple, Night Ride, The Red Suitcase. I probably butchered the second one there. Sound, All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar: The Way of Water, The Batman, Elvis, and Top Gun Maverick. Visual effects, All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar: The Way of Water, The Batman, Black Panther Wakanda Forever, and Top Gun Maverick. Writing adapted screenplay, All Quiet on the Western Front, Glass Onion, A Knives Out Mystery, Living, Top Gun Maverick, and Women Talking. And the last category is Writing Original Screenplay, The Banshees of Inisherin, and Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Fablemans, Tar, and Triangle of Sadness. Those are all the nominees and categories for this year. I don't know who's going to win for Best Picture. I don't know who's going to win for Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Supporting Actor, Best Supporting Actress, and any of all those other categories as well. I'm just saying these are some of the categories that were announced, or no, not the categories. The nominees and the categories were all announced like 2 or 3 days ago for this award show. Now, before I do birthdays, I do want to say a couple of things. I did finish watching all of the interviews I spent a day with on Anthony Padilla's channel. I'm currently watching an interview with Roger Clark, who plays Arthur in Red Dead 2, the video game. And And then I'm going to have one more video where she's playing Forsaken, the video game. And then I'm going to move down to Ariana Grande's channel, even though she might not have any new videos. And then we'll keep going through that process as we get closer to that. So that's not the only award show that's happening soon. We have, I believe it's next weekend, is the Grammy Awards. February 5th, I believe, is when the Grammys are. Which is next Sunday. Not this coming Sunday, but next Sunday. One more thing. We are also getting close to the end of January. We have from today the 25th until the 31st. Now, one last thing. I know I keep saying one last thing, but I want to say this because I forgot to do this last month. I want to give a shout out to Johnny Hayes for being a Patreon for another month. Last month. I didn't get to do it. I forgot to do it last month. So I'm doing it here and now. And I'm also saying thank you for being a Patreon for another month for January. Because I'm going to do that today. I know I could do it tomorrow the 26th or Friday the 27th or the 28th or the 29th or 30th or 31st. But I felt like today was the right time to do it. So that's what I'm doing. So we've got 2 birthdays to wish today. Both on Instagram. So I would like to wish Georgia Margie a happy birthday, and Emily Summers a happy birthday today as well. And the next birthday I have is tomorrow, and there are 2 on YouTube, and there are none on Instagram until the 27th. So, and we have just 1 on the 27th on Instagram. And we might have some on YouTube as well. So with that being said, I will see you tomorrow. Stay happy, stay upbeat, do what you want to do with your life, find your love story, and I will see you tomorrow with a brand new vlog. Bye-bye.